You finally do it. You check your bank account, and for the first time ever, there's more than a few $100s sitting. It says $5,000. And instead of feeling proud, you're like, cool, but this doesn't change my life. I still have to go to work tomorrow. Here's the thing. Almost everyone who saves their first $5,000 feels this exact way, but it quietly changes everything about your financial future. My name is Alex, and I spend way too much time thinking about saving money. If you're someone who can't save money, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Now look, let's challenge a common assumption right away. Most people think money only matters when it's a big number, like $100,000 or $1 million. Anything before that feels pointless. But psychologically, that's not how money works. According to a Federal Reserve survey, nearly 37% of Americans can't cover a $400 emergency without borrowing or selling something. Let that sink in. That means if you have $5,000 saved, you're already ahead of over a third of the country, even though it doesn't feel like it. And that disconnect? That's where the frustration comes from. Why does this even matter? Second, it's not investable money in people's minds. You hear stories like, if you invest $100,000, or once you hit six figures, so $5,000 feels too small to matter. But here's what most people don't realize. Money works in phases, not amounts. And $5,000 is a phase shift. Let me explain with simple math. If you have $0 saved and an unexpected $1,500 car repair hits, that goes on a credit card at 20% interest. That one expense might cost you $2,000 plus over time. If you have $5,000 saved, same repair. No debt, no interest, no spiral. That alone can save you thousands over a decade. But this is where it gets really interesting. The real value of your first $5,000 isn't the money. It's what it does to your behavior. Psychologists call this a confidence threshold. Once people cross it, their decision-making changes. You stop panicking over small expenses. You stop living paycheck to paycheck emotionally, even if you technically still are. Studies on financial behavior show that people with even modest emergency savings are far less likely to rely on high-interest debt and far more likely to invest later on. In other words, $5,000 flips a mental switch. You go from survival mode to control mode. Now, you might be thinking, okay, Alex, but $5,000 still isn't growing much. And you're right. Mathematically, it's not impressive. If you invest $5,000 and earn 8% annually, that's about $400 a year. That's not life-changing. But here's the part people miss. The next $5,000 comes faster, and the next one even faster than that. Because once you prove to yourself that you can save $5,000, your identity changes. You're no longer bad with money. You're someone who saves. That identity shift is everything. Think about it like going to the gym. The first 10 workouts feel pointless. You're sore, tired, and you don't look any different. But those workouts aren't about muscles. They're about becoming the type of person who shows up. Saving your first $5,000 works the same way. It builds the habit, it builds discipline, it builds proof, and proof beats motivation every single time. So what should you actually do once you hit $5,000? Here's a simple, practical framework. Step 1. Lock it away. Put at least $3,000 to $4,000 in a high-yield savings account and treat it as untouchable emergency money, not investment money, not fun money. Step 2. Redirect momentum. Take whatever system got you to $5,000, automatic transfers, budgeting, side income, and keep it going. Don't pause. Momentum dies fast. Step 3. Start small investing after. Even $50 or $100 a month into index funds matters now, because you're doing it from a position of stability, not stress. Here's the quiet truth most people never hear. Wealth isn't built when money gets big. It's built when money stops controlling your emotions. Your first $5,000 is the moment that starts. It doesn't feel exciting. It doesn't feel powerful, but it's the foundation everything else sits on. If you quit here, it really was useless. If you keep going, it becomes the most important money you ever saved. If this helped you rethink your finances even a little, hit the thumbs up there.